So I'm 6'5", 235 pounds. I don't play basketball or football professionally, but I lock myself in a room for hours at a time doing this. But everywhere I go, I get the same sentiment from so many people. You would have been a great shooting guard. The Patriots could have used you. Why aren't you using your God-given talent? And for years, this nagged at me, like, the ideal self that many had envisioned me as did not exist within this timeline. And whether consciously or subconsciously, they were hell-bent on reminding me of that. It was a good number of nights where I looked at myself as a failure, not because of the fruits of my career, but the tree I chose to call home in this lifetime. It wouldn't be until very recently that I would sit down and evaluate myself and realize the fundamental truth. Talent doesn't exist, and that's okay. Before we get started, I appreciate that you took the time to watch this video. If you want, please go hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps with the algorithm. My goal is to hit 10K subscribers by the end of this year, and every little bit helps. Any feedback will be appreciated if you leave it down in the comments below. And with that, let's talk about talent. So I will be the first to say that yes, we are all born differently, and unfortunately, a lot of us tend to lose the genetic lottery. Not every guy is built like Giannis Antetokounmpo, and not every woman is built like Tia Curry. I will not deny that, but I will say that in creative spaces, it usually means very little. There's a ubiquitous term in the creative spaces that many people believe to be the difference between success and failure. One thing we see as a powerful, latent ability that many were born with and many more without. For those who've only listened to others, it's called talent, and it may not exist. You see, talent is what people believe is bestowed at birth, despite it being a mask for our predispositions and formative experience. Many of the greatest celebrities and athletes aren't talented, but rather they're experts at their craft. Talented people come and go, but those who put in the work survive. Take LeBron James, for example. Widely considered one of the top 3 players of all time, and in most people's minds, the best to ever do it on this side of Michael Jordan. While physically he is a dominating presence and wills his team to victory, there are steps to what he's done and how he's maintained his career, such as spending $1 million minimum to maintain his physique every year. I believe this sentiment exists in the creative space as well, especially when you look at the upper tiers of successful musicians. Whether it's equipment, studio time, writing, producing, every day, most of them have invested so much into themselves that the edge that talent would give them is far behind their level. I realize I have been talking in absolutes up until this point, and I will concede, in the minds of many, I'm completely wrong. Some people's upbringing have massively benefited their careers, such as Will Smith's kids, Willow and Jaden Smith. There are gifts many of us are born with, and in the short term, those small benefits will help us go farther in less time. However, I believe that the delusion of talent only hampers the work ethic necessary for success in the long term. It's best to believe talent is a culmination of our effort and time spent in a given craft, rather than the gift of none. Otherwise, we will only exist as prisoners to a standard that we would never obtain, since it already has been obtained by somebody else. Alright, so thanks for viewing my first video. I didn't really have a plan with this. I just feel as though I need to be making more YouTube content. I've done everything under the sun musically, whether it's producing or engineering or mixing or what have you. And I feel like this is a really great outlet for myself, and I hope that if you watch this video, your idea of what talent is has changed, or maybe it hasn't changed. Regardless of the fact, please leave a comment. I like to have conversations about this. It really only serves us to be better if we do have these open conversations about the things that we find in music and creative spaces. So with that being said, I appreciate you watching the video. Please hit the like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I will see you next Wednesday with another video.